There's nothing more fun than talking shit about something you hate, but unfortunately, you can't do it all the time. And I'd be remiss if I didn't use this soapbox as a means to bring to your attention rad movies you might not have seen. Creep is a 2014 horror comedy film about a man with a pocket on his butt for some reason. Finally, I get to talk about a horror movie. And nothing could possibly interrupt me.
Creep, huh? What is it, a movie about you?
No, it's not a movie about me, and I'm not a creep.
Are you kidding? You're the creepiest person I know, and I'm a fucking ghost.
I'm not creepy. Now can you please get your glowing see-through ass off my show?
Well, if you're not creepy, then how come you don't have a girlfriend?
Well, it can be hard to meet someone who understands my personality is very...
Creepy? Pretentious? Insufferable?
Not the words I would use. She's a loop, Burnbot. Whose side are you on?
If you're not a creep, then how come you wear all black? Why do you have stupid piercings in your face? Why are you bald? How come you never leave your apartment? How come you watch cartoons for children? Why do you think people on the internet care what you think? How come you never wear shoes? Why do you listen to Wolf Mother? How come you kiss your cats on the mouth? Why do you stay up all night? How come you own so many books about Charles Manson? Why would a grown man care so much about the Powerpuff Girls? Why do you have a skeleton in your living room? How come you never floss?
Are you done?
How come you don't know how to drive? Why do you go to the movies alone? When are you gonna get a life?
You know what, Goofball? I'm just gonna do my show and pretend you're not even here. Creep is totally compelling and has some amazing performances by Mark Duplass and Patrick Brice, who also wrote and directed it. Let me tell you, these guys are proof that great artists work within their limitations. All they needed was 2 guys, a camera, and a house in the woods, and they made a great film out of it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this movie is jump scare city. The consensus on jump scares is that they're a cheap, hackneyed tool used by modern filmmakers, and that older films had more tact than to stoop to such a manipulative device. Incorrect! Jump scares have been around forever. For crying out loud, there's even one in Citizen Kane. Any tool can become tiresome if it's used excessively, but jump scares are a great way of saying to the audience, "Hey, wake up! There's a movie going on!"
So if you're not a creep, then how come you sit in front of a computer all day? How come your forehead is so greasy? Why do you wear so much cologne? Why do you eat sardines for lunch?
Anyway, I've heard it said that jump scares are cheap because they're not technically scary, they're startling. But personally, I'm not sure if I understand the difference. What is being startled? Well, it's when you're scared really fast. You want to know what I really think? I think people don't like jump scares because they think they're too scary, and they don't want to admit it. If you want to watch a horror movie, then toughen up and take your jump scares like a man. Whether you like them or not, jump scares are pivotal to the existence of the horror genre. A lot of people who like horror will tell you that they like moments of pressure and tension. That nervous feeling that we get as a basement door slowly creaks open and we're staring into uncomfortably silent blackness. But why is that scary? Because of the threat of the jump scare. Regardless of whether or not that jump scare actually happens, anticipating the possibility is what gives us that sense of unease. Imagine a world where jump scares didn't exist. Staring into that black basement wouldn't be scary because without the possibility of a jump scare, there wouldn't be any threat to us. Jump scares are a necessary evil, and if you can learn to embrace them, they can make you feel alive and invigorated, like taking a cold shower.
So wait, if you're not a creep, then why are your arms and legs so disproportionately long? How come you chew your fingernails? Why do you have a beard on your neck? How come you only shower like twice a week? Why did you see a psychiatrist for 2 years? What did you guys talk about? Why do you own these books? How come you don't have any friends? How come the bottoms of your feet are so dirty? Why do you know all the words to Raggedy Ann and Andy, A Musical Adventure? Why do you watch so many documentaries about serial killers? Why would a man who knows all the words to Raggedy Ann and Andy, A Musical Adventure also be a man who watches so many documentaries about serial killers?
Okay, fine! I'm a creep! I'm a total creepazoid! I'm the creepiest creep who ever creeped out of Creepville! I didn't ask to be born a creep! I had creepiness thrust upon me!
Ew.
Goofball, I'd like to think you'd be a little more sympathetic. You know, a lot of people think ghosts are pretty creepy.
No way, man! Haven't you seen Twilight? Chicks are into paranormal shit big time these days.
Whatever, this episode is FUBAR. Just go watch Creep. It's really good and it's on Netflix Instant. I'm Max G, this was my brain dump of the week and I hope you hated it.
Trust me, they did.
I don't know why I try.
hotdiggedydemon.com.
Go fuck a duck's tits, you unwashed, ignorant shitmouth!